Hello, my dear friends. This is Asima. I hope you are doing well. So I'm coming in to share with you part of my life that I experienced for some years now as a priestess at the Temple of Roses, and I do kind of check up every year to see what I learned about being a priestess. What is it, and how I am sharing it with the with people and with my students. So some points come forward, and I put like a post-it everywhere, to remember this question: what is a priestess? And beyond this kind of name that we give to our practice, it's the temple itself. Priestess is becoming the temple that holds the essence of your belief, or of your soul, of your, of the mission you came to do. It gives it like a house to hold you, to remind you the principles, to remind you of who you are, to teach you the mysteries that you have forgotten while passing through the veil, and that have been carried also by the ancestors, but the lineages have been cut because of invasions, colonizations, and so on. So in that house, in that role of a priestess, we get to remember, to read, to study, to channel, and we start to organize these memories into practices, rituals, prayers, healing for ourselves and others, into activism, because the role of a priestess is also by itself becoming an activist, changing the realities, bridging different worlds, the world from the future and our actual world, the world of the past and here, the sky to the earth. So this, I feel that this role of a priestess, or the house, is in all the crossroads possible that we can imagine, including between the good and bad, between the harmony and chaos. That's why the role of priestesses and temples have been in the central part of many myths. Should be, if you can speak about the Roman, the Greek, but also in our modern days, where the priests and the religions are, and where the center of political changes and so on. So there is this role of being at the crossroads, pushing, limiting, closing, opening, allowing or not. So as we are at the crossroad, there are many things that cross us as priestess. Memories, energies, emotions, images, and so on, because we have access to these different worlds and different portals. And we have to be aware of what is crossing us at the moment. I just had this session with my student about the impact of the ancestors on our decisions, on our physical body, and we went through this healing to remove harmful impact from the ancestors that can take form in thoughts or addictions or impulsions and so on. So as we are at the crossroad, we have to be aware of these influences and be mostly present with ourselves to identify them. Another role of a priestess, beyond the clarity of the vision and identifying what is crossing her, it's to it is to live in parallel. We talked in one of the introductory courses to the Temple of Roses about the loneliness feeling that priestesses can feel. But there is this aspect of living in parallel, multiple realities, where you can be with different people according to their own system. But I warned also the priestesses about the long time that you have to do that, because you might merge with one of the realities you or roles you play while forgetting the others. So it's very important to come back to your inner temple quite often, to remember the true essence of who you are beyond all the roles that you occupy. I'm finding it really interesting to play also as a priestess the role of duality, in the sense that the most the world is disbalanced, the most I need to balance myself, because as we change also the reality for ourselves and others, those who we teach or read our books or follow us, we have to kind of drag people in a way to another reality that can balance and cause the balance itself to harmonize. So if the world is shouting, I don't think the best thing is to shout louder. The best thing for me is to be silent and notice and observe and wait for the right moment to step forward, and sometimes to step away, because maybe that environment is no more adapted for us. The most the world is angry, the most I want to laugh and have fun. The most people are into jealousy, the most I want to share, and I want to share with humility. The more people are into violence, the more I am singing love and peace. And all of this does not mean that we don't know how to protect ourselves. We do, but with the rule that we have as to balance things in playing this this duality thing, it is also a teaching. It is a teaching of other ways of being, other ways of living with grace. The warrior side in priestesses, I feel it is present in all of them. Some will have to show it, some show it in their own practice, in traveling through the different worlds and the different beings we meet. Being a warrior is first being a protector of our sacred space, of our sacredness. Being a warrior does not mean to fight. It means to keep order, to maintain order, the cosmic order. And being a warrior means that we know we are not acting alone. We are acting with other forces, other beings that accompany us. And it has many faces, it has many ways of manifesting. Stepping forward with our essence, with the missions that we have now, is a way of being a warrior priestess. And then some of you will be brought to share them. Some of you will be brought to teach them to your kids, because these values we are bringing back, they are not just for fun, they are not just for harmony within you, for balance within you, for your mental, emotional well-being. Being a priestess, we understand that our temple is a transformative one. It is one that brings values and a new way of living. It acts as a reminder of what was and what will be. So, seeing if I have something else to share with you today about my experience. This last year, there is the sense of absolute faith that I have developed, and I am developing more and more about where I'm going, what is coming to me. And I'm just talking to you, and I just had this, I have this statue here. Let me show it to you. And I just noticed the blue eyes, the dark eyes, but there is like something blue feeling like that, those tears coming, and with her veil, with the blue veil, and that's where I'm talking, and I'm wearing blue, which is really interesting with the roses. That faith that opens within us the possibility to see the signs, confirmations of the path we need to take, the faith that we came here for something, not the faith that the world will go a certain way, but instead that I will go the right way. The most important thing for us as a priestess, I realize, is to keep our souls safe. Physical, financial stability will go and come back, but the inner safety, the inner harmony, the inner temple fire is what needs to be kept alive and safe. And to do so, there is a discipline that needs to be put forward, to be applied. I talk a bit about that in my book, this self-protection kit, or the guide of self-protection. The discipline regarding your physical health, your mental health, your emotional alchemy. These are the ancient priestesses, warriors training. It is what keeps you strong within. You have to be strong within. You have to develop and find that and reawaken it, because it is present. I see it in all the priestesses I meet. Strength, affirmation of what you are, does not need to be to fight. Again, it is to keep, protect. So this was one of the big teachings that came through this last year. And another one that I will end with is that not all that you see is true. Not all that shimmers is gold, as we say. The amount of illusions we live in this world is beyond imagination. Actually, everything is based on illusion. In quantum physics we talk about this. Everything is energy, and what we see is ourselves. Some talk about this simulation we live in, and so on. The real thing is that everything is illusion, and many things are not what they look like. I see it often in some clients, when I meet them, they have this physical appearance, but at the same time, you see their galactic, presence. Some people come with the face and gentleness, but in reality, they have different intentions that are not always for your own good. So we have to really discern beyond the illusions, and to do so, you ask this question. So this question: what is real in this situation? Show me the reality or the truth of this situation. Is it for my own good? Is it for the good of all? And if it's not, how can I get out of from it safely? So we're entering a phase in the world that is necessary for the change, where we will feel that we are walking on eggs or on things that can explode at any moment. But that's why we have to be strong within and have the clarity to see things from beyond what they appear, to get to the other side safely, and to protect ourselves from all sides, and strongly and most importantly from the spiritual side, from the illusions and shapeshifters, and even among people and so on. So keep things simple. Keep things simple and keep yourself dedicated to your own mission, to your own essence, to what you came to do. Stop looking right and left what others are doing and what they are going through unless they come seeking help. Focus on what you have to do. Focus on the path you are going through, because that is the right path. So this is what I learned from this, some glimpses of what I learned from this year. And so I hope this will just give you a view of what we do at the Temple of Roses. And I teach there, but I am being taught also. So I go through the process over and over again with every priestess. We go through the teachings, and every session is so rich for them and for me to learn about, their history, their galactic and earth history, and what they came to do. And every priestess for me is a pearl. I get moved by this because every one of them has tremendous amount of power of transforming and transforming what was, the alchemy they are able to do, the transfusion of their values back here through their kids, or where they teach, or where they, whatever they do. So I feel like the sacredness of every person when they enter the temple is at the image of the beauty of every rose. Every rose is precious, is beautiful. You cannot compare two roses or two colors. Everyone has its own fragrance and own petals and the way she moves. So that's what every priestess is for me. So I hope this speaks to you anyway, and if it does, please, you can support my work. You can have a look at Wisdom of the Mystic Rose, where I talk a little bit more about this, and support our work at the Temple of Roses. You can join us, and we go through the process together for 1 year and 2 years after that. So wish you a very nice day, very nice exploration, and I will see you soon.